We're Brittany and Nick, and these are our two kids, Olivia and Everett. We used to do most of our traveling on airplanes, but 2020 has kept us on the ground. So we thought, what a better time to explore the US. We bought a tiny RV.
Oh, look at that.
And took off with Nana, Pops, and Uncle Dylan. And now, we're headed west to see what it's like living in a tiny home on wheels. And living in our own bubble.
Welcome back, family travelers. We're so glad you're here. And where are we today? We are at Arches National Park, just outside of Moab, Utah.
It's very hot here.
It's so hot.
Today, we are counting to see how many arches we can see in one day. We only have one day here, so we're gonna make it count, starting with this beautiful lady behind us called Balanced Rock. Everett is scorpion hunting. He's getting tired of the insects we have back in Illinois, so now he's going for new ones here in Utah.
Guys, follow me. I'm making my own path. That's what she says.
There they are, right there. What are you doing, buddy? Rocks. There's lots of rocks here.
Wow.
It's like your favorite thing ever. So this is like kind of the first, well actually there's a few that you see on the drive in from the entrance. This is about 9 miles from the entrance of Arches. It's 128 feet tall, 3,600 tons or 5,600 tons, either way. I think it's very impressive. There actually used to be like a sibling feature here called Chip Off the Old Block, but it collapsed in like 1975. And eventually the same thing will happen to this guy here.
Oh, look, it's falling. No, I'm just kidding, but it does look like it's...
That would be crazy. It's not actually balanced, even though the term is balanced rock. It's like actually attached to the eroded part underneath, but eventually it will all topple down. So I don't know when that will be, but we're happy to be here to see it up close and personal.
This doesn't count as an arch, though.
No, I'm not gonna call it an arch because it's not an arch.
Olivia, what do you think of this?
So cool. Wow! No, going back. This is so amazing.
She says, I'm never going back. This is so amazing. So we'll call this a win. This is gorgeous. It is otherworldly here. And it's super kid friendly. You can let them kind of roam around and climb.
Olivia loves this place so much, she doesn't want to leave. When you come in on this drive, it is like entering another planet, you guys. Like, I'm serious, it's crazy. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's like being on Mars or something, I don't know, but it's very cool. If you're in the area, you definitely have to check this place out, but we're gonna go see a few more things. Let's see where tour guide Olivia is taking us next. We are here, and we're gonna try to go to all of these. Next up, we are at the windows section of Arches. So it's actually like one, I guess they call it the beating heart of Arches National Park. And you can see several arches from here. We're gonna try to check out the north and south window, as well as the double arch, which is one of the most iconic arches here, and the turret arch, which is a new one to me, but we're gonna check it out, see what it is.
I think I'm with Olivia. I could stay here forever. It is so gorgeous. All this sandstone, Entrada sandstone I think it is. Like 150 million years ago these arches were made. If you're like us, you're probably very curious about what actually created these arches, because you would think, just by the look at them, it'd be like an ocean made them, but obviously we're in the middle of a desert, so that's not it. It was earthquakes and upheaval. We're like right on the Moab fault line, and so millions and millions and millions of years ago, there were earthquakes and they created these parallel lines and like kind of ridges. And then water and wind gets in and creates these arches. So over time they'll all disappear again from the same thing that created it. But maybe there'll be like another big earthquake. Oh wait, we probably don't want to hope for that. But I think that's turret arches right there.
Which one?
Turret arch.
By the way, in case you were thinking of doing it, it is super easy so far to bring a stroller through these trails, though we've only done 2 of them, so TBD. thing right there is called a window?
No.
Does it look like a window?
Yeah. We made it to the top.
Look at that view, Olivia.
Sure, come here.
What down? This has been my dream.
That's a pretty good idea.
Okay, we made it.
Here we are at one of the windows. Not sure if it's the north or the south, but the cool thing is someone left the window open. I didn't come up with that on my own. I heard somebody say it and I just used it as my own material. This place is like one big playground for kids. Like you can just climb anywhere for the most part. This girl is so brave that she will literally climb anything here. Anything.
So this climb right here, I don't know how much of a climb it is, but maybe like a half mile of a walk or so. We hear it's a little steep, so no more stroller, we're ditching her. We're moving to the baby carrier.
We're heading to the Delicate Arch upper viewpoint. So I think if you hike to actual Delicate Arch, it's like a 3-mile hike, which we had a lot to see today, so that was not on the agenda. But the upper viewing area is. Super dad again.
Oh yeah. We have two very sleepy children. Oh, well, there it is. We can turn back.
Way over there.
Well, that's not too bad so far. We've gone like, 10 steps, but it's not been too terribly bad.
You're doing good, girly. Man, she is like tearing through here.
Mountain National Park at 12,000 feet.
Apparently this is only like a half mile to get to this viewpoint, but you can see it's a little steep. There's quite a few steps. Olivia's just handling it like a champ, so clearly it's good for 4-year-olds.
This is a steep one.
But you can do it. All right, I think we're almost there. You see that way over there? That arch?
Yeah.
You see that? That's a big famous arch. There it is, right there.
Wow.
You see it off in the distance?
I barely got up here and Olivia's already on her way down.
I know, she's so fast. I was a little out of breath.
She doesn't really care about the sights, I don't think, but she loves this climbing thing.
Oh, for sure.
I can't think of a better activity for her. What do you have to say, Mr. Everett?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Nana and Pops keep leading us off the trail. And poor people following us, they're then following us off the trail too, so there's just not much to say. I think we're only just over 5,000 feet. Whereas when we were at Rocky Mountain, that was like 12,000 feet, and boy was that hard to breathe. So this is much easier, plus it's like warm and not windy.
If the mark of a successful day is dirt all over your shirt, Olivia had a successful day.
Up and then put it back on the ground though. Tinkerbell already came.
Tinkerbell already came and left her pixie dust? She left a lot of pixie dust, didn't she?
Yeah.
That being said, I do think it would be really cool to go up there and see it right up front, but maybe if we had more days here, I would say, but one day, that would take most of our day, so I think this was cool, close enough. Onward to the next.
I am so sore.
I know. So when we said we were going to go to another one, we were lying a little bit unintentionally. One of the things about taking kids hiking or in a national park or wherever you're going, you gotta be flexible. And that's been our mantra all along, even flying and all that. We put them back in the car, and first of all, like when you come to arches, like it's a lot of in and out of the car, driving to the next arch. In,
That's been
out,
the way
in,
for
out.
all of the...
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we put them in the car and they were done.
They were out.
They were content. We weren't going to push it. So I think that's one of the things that we've had to keep in mind is if they're done, they're done. You let your kids lead and you kind of follow suit. But we did want to kind of wrap this up with talking a little bit about bringing kids to a national park and just a few of the things that we've learned, because this was our fourth national park on this trip. So we have a little bit of experience under our belt now. Before we had pretty much zero. Definitely, like, you can plan in advance, and we did, but we were very aggressive with our planning.
We sure were.
We had all of these arches we were going to see, and we wanted to see how much we could squeeze into one day. Turns out not quite as much as we thought.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, we tried. We had high hopes and high aspirations. Look, we saw all the big things, and I don't want this to sound the wrong way, but it's gorgeous. The whole thing is gorgeous. Mm-hmm. But I don't want you to feel like if you don't make it to Delicate Arch, or you don't make it to, Balancing Rock, or like something like that your trip is shot. Because honestly, it's so gorgeous everywhere.
It really is.
And you don't have to see everything, and that's okay.
I think we had like 9 things on our list today, and we maybe did half of that because the kids they loved climbing. They didn't really, they liked seeing the arches, but it wasn't as important to them to like check off each of the famous places. They just had more fun climbing. And so at the end of the day, if they're happy doing that, and if you have young kids and they love climbing, they'll be happy with that. Also bring water, lots and lots of water. It was like 80 some degrees here today, but even when it's not hot, it's so dry, so dry. You will want lots of water.
Okay, and then the last thing to be prepared for is to not have stroller access. We brought a baby carrier and a stroller, and we try to use the stroller whenever we can, but sometimes it's just not feasible. So when we went to the viewpoint for the arch, I had to carry Everett, and I'm so glad I had the carrier, because that would not have been possible without them.
I can absolutely recommend every one of the national parks that we've been to so far. Yellowstone, Grand Teton, Rocky Mountain National, Arches, they've all been incredible in their own way.
Yep.
And I don't think you can really compare them because they're all so unique, and that's the really cool thing about getting to see so many different national parks.
Yep.
We still have more to come though. Totally. Our road trip ain't over.
Nope, but that is going to be a wrap
for this video.
This particular video. You have anything else you need to say?
No, I'm
okay,
just
good, because there's a scorpion right there.
No, there's not. No, where? Is there really?
Like right there.
No, where?
Like. By the way, we are at Archview gas station. I don't see the arch, but anyway. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on social, and we'll see you for the next video.